now painting an early picture of Kenya's 2027 presidential race, with President William Ruto emerging as the most preferred presidential candidate nationally. The poll also places former Interior CS Fred Matiang'i as the leading opposition challenger, while Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has emerged as the most preferred running mate for Ruto. Our senior reporter Mike Agwongo with more details.
How are you?
With just over a year to the 2027 general election, the latest TIFA survey shows President William Ruto maintaining the lead in a crowded and fragmented presidential race. According to the poll, Ruto tops the list of preferred presidential candidates with 24% support, ahead of Kalonzo Musyoka at 19% and Fred Matiang'i at 14%. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna follows at 10%, while former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua stands at 9%. The survey further indicates that among opposition figures, Fred Matiang'i is the strongest challenger to President William Ruto. 18% of respondents say Matiang'i has the best chance of defeating the president in next year's election, tying closely with Kalonzo Musyoka, while Rigathi Gachagua follows at 17%.
Unatuletea ukiwa nani? Kwani wewe ni Mungu?
Within Kenya Kwanza ranks, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has emerged as the most politically acceptable running mate for President Ruto.
Vijana ni mbwekse.
59% of Ruto supporters says they prefer Kindiki to deputize the president in the 2027 race, far ahead of Homa Bay Governor Gladys Wanga at 12%. The survey also highlights growing cracks within ODM over the party's future political direction. Nearly 3/4 of ODM supporters, 73%, back the Edwin Sifuna-led Linda Mwananchi faction, compared to 24% supporting the Oburu Oginga-led Linda Ground Camp. TIFA says the findings suggest many ODM supporters now prefer a more independent opposition approach rather than closer cooperation with government under the broad-based arrangement.
And that also applied to the situation within his political party of ODM. Now we've had a half a year for the dust to settle a bit, and for, in this case, ODM in particular, to deal with the questions arising from Raila's legacy in the context of the broad-based government.
The survey was conducted between May 2nd and 11th through face-to-face interviews, with 2,013 respondents across all 47 counties, with a margin of error of plus or minus 2.18%. Mike Kagwango, TV 47, Nairobi.